Arachin Daf Yud, we're continuing with the theme of maximum and minimums in Shas. The Mishnah starts off that every day in the Beis Hamikdash they blew at least 21 tekiyos and no more than 48. According to Rabbi Yehuda, a tekiah trua tekiah is considered one sound, and therefore you cannot pause in between the tekiah and the trua. And he learns it from the pasuk utkatim trua, and then it says trua tisko. So you see, it's one. According to Chachamim, it just teaches us that every trua requires a tekiah. So therefore, according to Chachamim, if someone heard 9 separate tekiyas in 9 different hours, he's yaitze. Like we see, b'hakel sakahal, there's only one tekiah. If tekiah requires a trua, then by b'hakel it wouldn't be enough to just have a tekiah. Rabbi Yehuda says that's not a raya. B'hakel had nothing to do with a mitzvah. It was just to gather the people. Says the Mishnah, there were 2 nevalim players, minimum, and maximum 6. There were 2 people playing the flute, maximum 12. The flute was not made out of copper, rather it was made out of reed, because reed has a lot sweeter of a sound. When they finished off the song, at the tail end of the song, it was only one flute rather than all the flutes together, because like this it sounds better. Abuv and Chalil are one of the same. The reason why it's called a Chalil because its sound is sweet. The only time they played the Chalil are in days that an individual would say Halal. What are those days? It's the day they shechted the Korban Pesach the first time, Yud Dalet Nisan, the second time, meaning a month later, on Pesach Sheni, Yud Dalet Iyar, and the first day of Pesach, Shavuos, and the 8 days of Sukkot. Those days are considered, we say Halal because they are called a Moyed, and they each have a unique carbon to them. Therefore, we don't say Halal on all the other days of Pesach because the carbon that you bring on the 3rd day of Pesach is the same as the first, so we only say Halal on the first day of Pesach. Shabbos, the reason why we don't say Halal is because it's not called a Moed. Rosh Chodesh, although it is a Moed, but it doesn't have the Gedusha to make Melacha Asr. Why don't we say Halal on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, the books are open in front of me, Chaim, life and death, and you're going to say Shira in front of me. In Chutz La'aretz, we add Halal to the 2nd days of Yom Tov. Chanukah, we do say Halal because of the Nes. Purim, we don't say Halal, even though there's a Nes, because once Klal Yisrael went into Eretz Yisrael, the rest of the countries are usher to say Halal, says the Gemara. But according to Rav Nachman, once Klal Yisrael left Eretz Yisrael in Golos, then it became mutter to say Halal. So why don't we say Halal on Purim? Because Kriyas HaMegillah, says Rav Nachman, is Halal. According to Rava, the reason why we don't say Halal on Purim is because how are we going to say Halalu Avdei Hashem? How are we going to say that we are slaves of HaKadosh Baruch Hu when Klal Yisrael were slaves to Achashverosh? Says the Gemara, there's a list of things that Klal Yisrael tried to fix, and they realized very quickly that if HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted it a certain way, it should remain that way. There was the flute that was made in the days of Moshe Rabbeinu. It was thin, smooth, it was made out of reed, and it had a layer of gold. Actually, this layer of gold is a layer that came on later from the king, and when they realized that it doesn't have a sweet sound, they removed the gold, and the sound came back. The tziltzul was ruined, so they brought in craftsmen from Alexandria. They fixed it, and it sounded terrible, so they removed the fix, and the initial sound, the original sound, came back. These machteshes, these are the 2 kelim, the vessels that were left over from the first Mikdash. They were damaged and it was impossible to fix. They were called, the Torah says shnayim, we say shniyim, meaning that one of these kelim, which was made out of copper, was worth double than gold. Or the pshat shniyim, that they made a reserve one, they made an extra one just in case the first one would break and be ruined. The shiluach only had a water flow of the size of an isar. The king said, let's enlarge it. So they enlarged it, and then the water stopped flowing. And the Gemara says, that's what it says in the pasuk, Al yishal chacham b'chachmasai, don't boast with your chachma, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows better. They didn't use a bell in the Beis Hamikdash because that would ruin the total sound. And there was a kli called a magrefa. Some say it's a shovel, but it's a musical kli that was able to have 100 sounds, and in the Brisa it says 1,000 sounds. And if you want to remember what the Brisa says, remember that sometimes the Brisa exaggerates. Have a wonderful day.